Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025 at 7:14 a.m. in the morning. It was just 7:13, so I not long ago woke up. Well, last night, I don't remember what time it was, but it was pretty early. And after I got done taking my shower, um it's like my body forced me to just shut down and fall asleep. And I didn't get to live stream. I didn't get to do much of nothing. Excuse me. I got here um, at like 6 o'clock in the evening, like right after 6 o'clock. I got here, and you know, I was I was able to get enough quarters for like $5 for laundry, but um, I'm about to try to see if I can do laundry now. I'm up earlier than usual. Well, earlier than I usually would have been in the hotel. You know, I guess lately I've been waking up at like 8:30 and stuff. But um, I guess right now is the final wake up for me. My legs are still swollen, and so yeah, I had breakfast yesterday, and um I treated myself to lunch yesterday, and I had no dinner. And I mean, all I was able to afford was one night in the hotel, and all I was able to afford was one night, and then I got certain things that I needed that I won't disclose, or I won't say, you know, and I'm not gonna disclose the precise amount of funds that I got with the AdSense payment, but a lot of times I get the check and get one hotel night or get things that I need, and then next thing you know, it's gone. You know, so, but that lady that sent me that $100 through the super chat, and then, you know, then 2 weeks later she turned against me. Um, that was the lady who sent me $100 through super chat, and then she's like, "Well, why don't black people help you? Where's the black people? Where's the black people that could help you? Why don't black people help you?" She was saying that in the comments, in one of my live streams. And then she was there off and on in the live stream for a couple of weeks. And then that day that it rained, that it stormed really bad, I don't think I got hotel help that night. Or maybe I did get help. Oh, I did get help later on. Yeah, I did. Eventually. It took a while. But it was raining. It took me hours to get help. And she donated me $50, and then immediately, like, she donated me $50 via Cash App a couple of weeks later, and it was the day that it was raining and storming really bad. She donated me $50, and then immediately canceled the payment. And so the stalkers, they lied and said um that I was trying to say that the super chat wasn't good enough because I wanted the money now and just being greedy or whatever. And the way they switch things around to make me look bad or whatever, it's YouTube that won't give you the super chat money until the following month. I never said anything about the money not being good enough ever. But that's the stalker's narrative, false narrative, so I won't get help. So I try to tell everyone, sometimes people just catch me off guard and donate to the super chat, and I'm like, oh no, like, um, I'm like, oh no, it's best to do the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or the Kofi, because I can get the funds immediately, and get the help that I need immediately, to get out of bad weather or whatever, So if it's snowing or, well, like it was this year, or if it's just very, 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 very cold, if it's very cold outside and I need the funds now, I'm saying that it's best to send it to Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or whatever, because I could get the funds at that moment. But super chat, I don't get until, the following next month on the 21st, or about the 21st. If the 21st is on a holiday, it might be a little bit after. If it's on like a weekend or a holiday, excuse me, if it's on the weekend or a holiday, it'll be a little bit after, So, as I said, that $100 that she sent me via the super chat, I was able to use it for yesterday evenings, for the staying here, And then, as I said, I got certain things that I need, and I didn't get to get everything that I need. I was only able to get a few things that I needed. But I'm not gonna say what, So, well, I might tell y'all another time, just not at the moment, you know. But I still didn't get to get the trash bags, and I got only one trash bag left, you know. Excuse me. So, I wish I could have help with more hotel nights. So from the incident, I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna try to have this video to be under 10 minutes long. The incident that happened, the night before last, I told y'all, I was trying to tell y'all that was a gang stalking setup. If that man had a shelter to go to, why was he sitting out drinking? I thought, shouldn't you be recovering? Why would you go to the doggone shelter drunk? It's the shelter where you're allowed to go to, but I'm not allowed to go to because I'm wrongfully banned, And for me to see the list of shelters, and it's not many shelters. Not many, And I'm wrongfully banned and can't go, And so that was a gang stalking setup that happened 2 nights ago. And then I'm getting a lot of backlash, and the perps illegally saw the video, the online perps illegally saw the video. And for the fact that they defended that man and the female, and gave them a cyber high five, and started with them, that further confirms that those were in-person perps that were planted or sent. They try to make like they want to applaud the man for a job well done for standing up for me, but supportive people in the TI community applauding me for a job well done for standing my ground and against the perps. Well, it's a small amount, but I'm getting a lot of backlash and attacks from the cult who paid that man or planted that man to sit there. And I don't know why everybody wants to perp me with the ideas of sober living and drug rehab programs and telling me I should go to halfway houses in those places. And then they call me narcissistic, falsely call me narcissistic, and make it like I think I'm too good to stay at those places. Well, I don't qualify to stay at those places. And I would get bullied and mobbed out of there too. Dang, I went over 10 minutes. But yeah, when you're targeted and the gang stalkers are harassing you, they play innocent and then turn everything on you and make you look bad and make it like you're the entitled Karen or whatever. But the stalkers are like, Candy thinks she owns that bench. Well, you stalkers think y'all own my YouTube channel. You think you own me because you even say we own you or we own your live stream. They keep saying that they own me or that they own my live stream and stuff. And if they wouldn't force me to be homeless, I could have been in a place to live rather than fighting over a doggone bench. That bench is more comfortable for me at the moment. I feel safer and more comfortable over there. And then with my disability, like, but people saying I'm on the autism spectrum or me dealing with the OCD and everything, I wish I didn't have to be on the streets at all. And there would have to be no bench to fight over. But, it's like, they just want me to feel uncomfortable and tortured. Like, people refuse to even be proactive to help me with housing, like a place I could get by myself. And then with them illegally swatting me and me having to fight fake criminal charges, now I really can't get housing and jobs. When the stalkers illegally swatted me for no reason at all. And their reason for illegally swatting me because I won't sell my soul. That's their words, their justification and the reason why they keep swatting me. Because I won't sell out and join the cult and sell my soul and become a gang stalker. Because I keep refusing. And so therefore they're keeping me forced homeless, calling up places, getting me wrongfully banned. And how am I ever gonna progress and get out of this homeless situation if they keep doing this to me? Well, they have it to where it's to a point where I'm being wrongfully banned from public places now. And there's a lot of people, even people who ride the bus, they have their preferred seat that they sit in. Or they have, or you see them sit there every day. Or at restaurants, if you go to a restaurant almost every day, or a coffee shop. I mean, when I was at PJ's Coffee in Harvey, they used to have these rich white men that if I sat at the table that they said that they used to kick me away from that table and make me go sit somewhere else. And I didn't see them do that to other people. They used to kick me away from that table and make me go sit somewhere else. If I got there before they did so happen to be. And nobody said that they were wrong. Nobody kicked them out. Nobody said that they were troublemakers. When I was in Greenville, South Carolina, and new to dealing with the street homelessness. The first time I had to be homeless on the streets for 9 days in an unfamiliar area. And if the homeless people had their personal sleep spot, if I was new, so I didn't know. So if I unknowingly sat or tried to lay down about, I would get cussed from A to Z and they would, kick me away from what they said was their sleep spot or whatever. And I'm like, well, I didn't know, And I had to walk up and down the streets of Greenville, South Carolina, just like New Orleans and other places, walk up and down the streets like a zombie, sleep-deprived zombie all night long with nowhere to go. And nowhere to go to the bathroom, nowhere to go pee, nowhere to do nothing. And nobody said that they were wrong, or nobody said you don't own that spot or whatever. But when they send, the reason why I know that guy was a perp, because he, just like they try to say, oh, you could have gone, they using projection. They could have gone and sat at another bench, but they were planted there because they knew I was sleep deprived, and with my OCD and everything and my disabilities, it's like they wanted to cause me distress. And it's October, so they ramping up the gang stalking attacks. And I don't have any freaking pepper spray at the moment. Even yesterday, I didn't have any funds left over to get pepper spray to protect myself. So, in that female, I don't have any memory or any I don't have any memory of getting into an argument with her or filming and recording her before. But she swears up and down that she knows me. And the homeless clique, the homeless druggy gang stalkers and stuff, it's like they're very meddlesome and they're a lot of troublemakers. A lot of them, Excuse me, and that's a lot of times why I stick to myself and mind my own business. I stay away. And they were falsely accusing me of stuff the other night. So, and that female was trying to act like a narcissistic bully and butted in, all because she wanted a cigarette from that man. It's like, it was about 10:45 when the incident happened. Either when it happened or, no, it was about 10 o'clock when the incident happened, and I guess 10:45 when the argument was over or whatever. So, like, and then the fake security guard was parroting everything they said and defending them. That lady, she ain't mentally got it all. And she seemed like the type of person that would be a straight up psychopath. She seemed like a ghetto psychopath. That's the one who told me, the exact security guard that told me the other night. She told me a few nights, like last week or so, she said that that they sent her to come and handle me. No, you ain't my fucking handler. And I will fight. I will fight till my last breath to make sure you ain't my fucking handler. You don't deserve to be my handler. You're not even smart enough to be a fucking handler. Your ass is illiterate and uneducated. How they let you be a security guard? Excuse me. How they let you be a security guard and you're ignorant? You ain't even smart. And I think she was one of the perps that would speed through that little walkway, either with a blue Hyundai Elantra specifically, and strange tail lights, or a black car and one headlight. So she's definitely a perp. And the other security guard minds her own business. The one that works by the other boat, the one that's brown skin and little and skinny with straight hair and eyeglasses. She looked like she injured her foot recently or whatever. But she stays by the other boat and mind her business, and she don't really say much or nothing. But one time it was storming really bad, and I tried to ask if I could stand underneath that shelter spot, and she refused to let me stand underneath there. But then one time it wasn't raining, and she let homeless guys kiss her ass and go underneath there, and she was flirting and talking and laughing with them and doing whatever. But the other security guard, the one from 2 nights ago that worked on the other boat, she always feel the need to come over towards me and come bother me. Whether she try to give me food that I don't trust, or to come get in my face and yell at me for whatever reason, So, but all the doggone security guards are around that area. All of them are perps. And then Jonathan and the white female, the white female security guard. I don't remember if I did a video or if I did a quick video or anything like that. But the moment the white female security guard, when I saw her with the red bag, and I think I called her out on it, or pointed out her out on it. I mean, I pointed out whatever, I called her out on it, and she was purple with that red bag, and she used to harass me and bully me or whatever. She I don't see her no more. I don't know if she quit her job completely or if she went somewhere else. But Jonathan, ever since I pointed out his one headlight on his car, I think Jonathan either quit or asked to go work somewhere else. Jonathan was the one who I went to school. I knew since junior high. You know, I knew his sister Destiny since I think McDonough 26, but I don't remember him at McDonough 26. But I knew him and his sister like since 8th grade. I mean, something like that, you know. But damn, I talked too long. 7:35 right now, so I'm gonna try to get my laundry done and go get breakfast, and I'm gonna try to come on the see if I could come on a live stream, and trying to hopefully get help with more hotel nights. I was tired last night, and there was a brief moment I had a brief moment where I couldn't sleep for like maybe 20 minutes, but I was able to fall back asleep. But I had to keep getting up repeatedly and go and use the bathroom multiple times. And excuse me, my legs are still swelling and my legs hurt. You know. But I love y'all. I'm going to get off here and I'll see y'all. I'm letting y'all know that I'm not the bad person or the enemy or the troublemaker. They plant gang stalkers to come and sit at your favorite spots. I heard this happens to other targeted individuals too. Why don't you fuckers let me get a place to live?